My name is Will Abbott, and I want to talk to you today about the Randall and Payne Strategy and Management Development Programmes. Our programmes start off by understanding what your goals are, and those goals might be for 3 months, 12 months or 3 years. We'd like you to have some kind of a vision of where you see your business in 5 or 10 years' time, but understanding your goals is always going to be the start point. Once we've done that, we then, together with you, ask you to make an assessment of the capabilities of the organisation, the individuals within the organisation and the business leader. We know from experience that the lower your capabilities, the more input you're going to need from us initially. This is also true of your own capacity, so the capacity may relate to resources within the organisation, or it may just relate to time. So if there's a pressing project that needs emergency, our input is likely to be greater because your capacity in those instances is less. Once we've then assessed your goals, we've assessed your own capabilities, we've assessed your capacity and the capacity of the organisation, we then move into designing a bespoke programme to help you develop your strategies and also develop your management team. So at this end, where your capabilities are low, there's lots of inexperience or lack of knowledge in the business, we would expect to come in and start with some training. So training is instructive. Key purpose of training is to lift your knowledge within the organisation. Once we've got some training in place, we can then move into facilitation, which is where there's much more input coming from you. It's less input from us, but we're still making suggestions, including ideas, and we're essentially leading running the meetings for you to allow your people to make decisions and develop their strategies. At the far end, where we're dealing with people with lots of experience and lots of tools and knowledge behind them, then our role becomes one of coaching, where we're having one-to-one sessions with people, just helping them to develop their ideas, overcome some of the barriers and implement plans. So once we know your levels of capability, we know what our input's going to be, we can then use that programme to deliver the outcomes that you're trying to achieve. And generally, the key outcome we're trying to get to is to increase the capabilities and the capacities of the organisation, the individuals within the organisation and the business leader, to allow you to develop, evolve and implement your own strategies moving forward. The wrapper that goes around all of this is our quorum. We run a business leaders quorum which pulls people together from a number of different companies and industries, and the quorum gives you access to online training, it gives you access to facilitated workshops, and it also gives you access to one-to-one coaching. As your skills develop within the quorum, it's likely as a business leader you'll be able to get into a position where you can start to do facilitation with your own people and their teams, and you may well get to a point where you're coaching your own people, in which case our input then is reducing significantly. There's two options with the quorum. As I say, the business leaders quorum we run is from different industries, but there's an option to run a corporate quorum which involves members from your own organisation. So the members of the quorum are simply drawn from your organisation, and that of course gives them access to the same training opportunities, developing their facilitation skills and ultimately the coaching, so that all the people in your organisation then can work on the same basis with their own teams. And one of the reasons we find this system is very powerful is that it does drive the consistency throughout the organisation. So if you have multiple offices or multiple locations with managers or leaders in each of those locations, there's a common and consistent approach to developing strategy and developing your management teams, which then goes throughout the whole organisation. So the quorum is the wrapper that pulls all this together, and membership of the quorum gives you access to all of these opportunities. I guess the final point to make about this is that every programme we put together is completely bespoke. Well, there's a lot of tools underlying what we do. Essentially, our programmes are designed specifically for your organisation. So we don't come in with a prescriptive solution, we don't come in with 2 or 3 day training programmes that have been rewritten or pre-written and used on a number of occasions for different organisations. All our programmes are bespoke, our training programmes are bespoke to your organisation. It takes account of your goals, your capabilities, your capacity within the organisation to deliver the outcomes that you want. Thank you.